Hello there. So today, April 16th, it's 1 year since our big surgery. So we wanted to cap off that entire ride with one final, hopefully, video diary about it. So a year ago, we had our genital reassignment surgery, whatever you want to call it, SRS, GRS, the bottom surgery, as well as our uh, mammoplasty, these. And it's been an interesting ride. Obviously, we needed two more additional surgeries over time. One which was planned from the start, and the second one that had to be made because of some issues that came up. We also had a few moments of fear where we thought things had gone really wrong due to bleeding and other issues. So it's been quite a roller coaster of emotions in a lot of ways. There was also an issue of mixed information from the hospital about exactly what we were supposed to do and other things. You hopefully you've seen the video diaries we did. We did one for every single day we were in the hospital, and then we did like a follow up like a week later or something, and then we did after the additional surgeries we had. But now it's been a full year. We have lived a year post vaginoplasty and mammoplasty. Is that what it's called? Breast augmentation, whatever it's called. And for the most part, it's been great. Honestly, for the most part, it has been great. The issues we had that were mentioned in previous videos have basically all of them have gone away. We haven't had much of an issue with like phantom pains or phantom itches much anymore. They happen sometimes, but they're rare. Overall, we haven't had any problems. Obviously, this is going to be a very TMI video, as all of these things have been, so keep that in mind. We're going to be talking about how these things work. So, we haven't had any issues when it comes to, urinating or anything like that. It's been perfectly fine. It's not been an issue. And that's great, obviously. It's really good that, that surgery went well. It all looks like it should. What's it called? Dilation has worked as well. It's not fun to do, but it works. So, overall, we're very happy in that regard. With that said, there are also some obstacles that have come up. And rather than beat around the bush, let's just go right into it. We have not been able to, really experience arousal since the surgery. Actually, that's not entirely true. The arousal is not necessarily the part. It's the physical aspect of arousal and climaxing and stuff like that. It is even a year later, we can't and we've been wondering why that is. We've been looking up what other trans people have said, and apparently it is very varied when trans women and trans femme people start to experience sexual pleasure again afterwards. For some it was just a few weeks, some it was a few months, but others mentioned it took over a year for them. So maybe it's nothing, but it is something we are getting more worried about now a year later, the fact that it hasn't returned. Because that was not something we were told in any of the documents or by the doctors that would be an issue, at the very least not permanent. So we were expecting it to come back. Now, to be fair, we've had two additional surgeries, the most recent one was this year. It was just a few months ago. So like that probably adds to it. That probably makes it even longer than it would otherwise have been. But it's still like a worry we have. And next time we talk with the surgeon, we're gonna bring that up because obviously it sucks if you're someone who previously experienced sexual arousal and pleasure and enjoyed that and want to keep doing it, to no longer do it. Like on a mental level, it's still there. Like we're still attracted by the same things in that regard. It's entirely physical and the inability to like get it out or even build it up, honestly. Which is a shame. It's rough. But that's where things stand right now in that regard. Other than that, we are very happy downstairs, It looks good. It looks as as it looks like it should look, We've seen vaginas, and ours does not look particularly different from others, cis or trans. So like that's nice. Because that's like one of the horror stories, of course, that like especially transphobes will try and like convince you about that. Oh, like it won't actually look like a vagina. Like it's gonna look like an abomination. You're gonna look like a scarred freak down there. It's like no, you won't. Provided you're getting a proper surgeon to do it, provided it heals like it should, provided you diet it properly. It's a good procedure with good results. Is what we're saying. It's painful. It takes a long time to get used to it afterwards, but like, it's good. So that's like one of those things. Like if you for some reason believed what TERFs and such say about bottom surgery, then here's us saying it's not true. Hopefully you didn't need to hear that, but if you did, now you heard it. As for the breast augmentation, we wish we were more happy with it than we actually are. Now, our surgeon actually talked us down the size. Well, actually, it wasn't even the surgeon that did it, but like the hospital talked us down a size from our initial request. And honestly, what we feel, even now a year later, is that we would have rather have gone up a size than down a size. Maybe it's silly, but like we feel like they are slightly too small. They just feel like too small. Other than that, they're good. Like when you first get your new breasts, they are extremely hard, and like it feels like it's gonna be terrible forever. Like it feels like you have these like basically these like chunks of metal stapled onto your body, just kind of like, not even staple actually, they're kind of like just like loosely hanging on to your body. It's very uncomfortable. And of course the doctors were like, oh, they will soften up over time. And we were like, okay. But then like half a year happened, it went by, and they were still pretty darn hard. And we were like, okay, is this actually gonna get better? And we're happy to say it has. It's a lot better. It's a lot better now. And again, now they feel no different from like breasts grown through just regular puberty to this size, so that's nice too. Are we still a bit disappointed that it talked us down size-wise? Personally, yes. We feel like it would have helped our dysphoria to have slightly larger. With that said, we still like them, and they still have alleviated dysphoria we had before when we had much less, obviously. So it's good, but we think that talking down a size thing they did was bad, and we wish they hadn't done that. So if that happens to you as a trans woman or a trans femme person, when like you're in talks with the doctors about what they're going to do with your breasts, and they say, oh, we think that you should have a size smaller because of how we like because of what we have seen from your torso. Like we're not going to say outright tell them no. We are going to tell you, however, to consider it carefully and ask exactly why they want you to have a smaller one, and make sure to test how that will feel as well. Like in our case, we had to do the rice test, which you like fill little plastic bags up with the rice to like match the weight of what you need, and you put those in like a bra to carry it around. We did it for an initial size, but not the new size. And if they ask you to go down a size, ask to do the rice test again first. It's our recommendation personally. We understand that can be difficult to do, because if you're a trans person finally about to get your surgery, you just want to make sure you get it. You want to just finally get that date and have it be done. But genuinely, it's probably better to just be like, okay, let us see how that would feel and get back to you. Getting a later date might suck, but if you end up happier because of it, that's a good thing, you know. All in all, we're pretty happy. There were plenty of things that went wrong. There were plenty of problems, but today, April 16th, 2025 versus April 16th, 2024, we feel pretty damn good. And it's nice. Like, you know, we came out as trans on February 22nd, 2013. That was the day that we came out to our mother, which is when we consider our official beginning of transition, because that's also when we like first sent off like a letter to like the hospital about wanting to start this journey. So it's been, you know, over 12 years. And we have never been as comfortable in our body as we are now in year 12 of that journey, with the exception of the sexual issues, which, hopefully they do get resolved. With that, we are hopefully putting an end to this trans video diary, surgery diary saga. Obviously, if we do get something new that comes up, maybe like relating to the things we talked about today, or like something that comes up in like a conversation with the surgeon, we might make another one. But for now, this is the end. And thank you so much for watching. And take care.